In a small village lived a man named Abdullah, a devout Muslim known for his simple life and strong faith. Though he had little to give, his heart was rich with compassion for those around him. Abdullah had always believed in the power of charity, in giving what little he had to those in need. One evening, Abdullah sat at his table, counting the few coins he had earned from his day's work. His wife and children slept in the next room, and though his heart ached to provide more for them, he was reminded of the words of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. Abdullah remembered this promise, that no act of charity would ever lead to poverty. He thought of the neighbors who had no food, the travelers who passed by hungry, and the orphans in his community. With faith in his heart, Abdullah made a decision. He took half of the little food he had, a loaf of bread and some dates, and set out into the night. He knew that someone, somewhere, needed this more than he did. As he walked through the quiet streets of his village, he found a family huddled outside their home. They had nothing to eat, and their faces showed the exhaustion of days spent in hunger. Without hesitation, Abdullah gave them the food he had brought. The family thanked Abdullah with tear-filled eyes, and they prayed for his well-being. But little did Abdullah know that this small act of charity would bring him far more than he could have imagined. Abdullah returned home, uncertain of what the next day would bring. Yet his faith in Allah's promise remained strong. He believed that charity, no matter how small, always carried blessings. The next day, something unexpected happened. A wealthy merchant passing through the village stopped at Abdullah's home. The merchant had heard of Abdullah's honesty and hard work and offered him a job, one that would provide him with more than he ever had before. Abdullah was overwhelmed with gratitude. Not only did his act of charity bring relief to those in need, but it also opened doors for his own livelihood. The promise of Allah had come true. His wealth had not decreased, but increased in ways he hadn't foreseen. Charity is one of the most powerful acts of worship in Islam. It not only brings relief to those in need, but also purifies the giver's heart and opens the door to unexpected blessings. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Whoever gives charity equal to a date from his halal earnings, Allah will take it in his right hand and nurture it for him as one of you nurtures his foal until it becomes like a mountain." Even the smallest act of charity can grow into something beyond our imagination. Just as Abdullah's loaf of bread and dates brought blessings to his life, so too can our small acts of kindness bring us closer to Allah and open the doors to his endless mercy. Abdullah's story reminds us that charity is not just about giving money, it's about giving from the heart, about trusting that when we give, we gain far more in return. Whether it's a meal, a kind word, or even a smile, every act of charity brings us closer to Allah and fills our lives with blessings. Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, remember to like, share, and subscribe for more tales of faith, love, and the timeless teachings of Islam.